there was a new twist to the kidnapping. I don't even know the right tag to use for it. It's sort of become multi-layered and multi-dimensional. I started, of course, with the militancy in the Niger Delta, and the tactics that are being used are becoming more and more desperate. Right? Recently, in the last week, a number of politicians were kidnapped and ransom demanded for them and all of that. It's, for me, becoming scary. You know, what are your opinions on this?
Well, let's see about that, the issue of kidnap that has been, in the system for a while now, because if we had to look at what led to it, because if everything has a trail of its, happening, the state itself, Niger Delta, a peculiar area, they feel, if we're sampling the opinions of several people, they feel that they have been excluded from most of the opportunity and benefits that have been rolling in the nation. And they feel that the country itself has not been really giving them enough attention, in terms of development and them being carried along in, when we talk about the high GR of the government that goes to various states, they receive little compared to what really comes out from that particular area. And, look at the ratio of poverty. Poverty is a problem in the whole country, and the youth today, they don't have a better language to express themselves. They think the only way to go about it is violence. And if you had to tackle the issue of kidnap, you have to have a common ground where you talk with these people and tackle the issue of poverty, because poverty is what is really aggravating. The hungry man is an angry man.
Right.
If we had to stop it, because what they are doing right now is giving everybody a lot of concern.
Because actually, it's even moved out of the Niger Delta.
It's really going around and spreading down to even to the west.
Let me agree with her that when you refuse to take care of a problem peaceably, you will take care of it, by being forced to. We're going through something that other countries, so-called third world countries in their time, went through when they neglected to take care of their problems. Argentina went through the same, where suddenly kidnapping became the order of the day. Why? Because the people found there was nothing they could do to make their problems known. So let's kidnap a few people. And suddenly some other people saw it as a means of making money. It started off as a social problem. That let's kidnap these people, just like the militants, let's kidnap these people just to make a point. And now some other people have seen it as a means of making money. So right now you don't even know what is based on militancy and what is based on profit. You don't even have any idea, and therein lies the danger. So first, you've got to go back to first principles. Take care of the problem that created this situation. Secondly, is a wake-up call for politicians, that you cannot take all of the people on a ride all of the time. We've sat through 8 years of, we're being told all kinds of things coming out now. And some people still behave as if it's business as usual. So it's about time somebody said, okay, you've got us to contend with. We've been contending with you for 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, whatever. Now you've got us to contend with. And you must sit up. It cannot be business as usual. People cannot be allowed to get away with near murder. Murder is not when you take a knife and kill somebody. Murder is when you take money that is meant for Project A, put it
it's
into
not murder. I'm sorry. It's mass murder.
Because money that is meant for
not one
millions of people, one person takes
mass
it.
Murder.
Simply because he or she has the ability to sign a piece of paper. So the money for healthcare delivery gets lost. The money for transportation gets lost. The money for basic things. Children die of malaria. Children die of curable diseases simply because one person has taken their money.
Do you see it as an opportunity for this President government? I like the fact that the government has put as, front burner the issue of rule of law. That the law must be obeyed. We must go by the law.
I'm not an advocate of violence. But violence begets violence. Violence is not only when you carry a knife. Violence is not only when you carry a gun. When you commit crimes against the people, then be ready for anything. Therefore, we are now saying politicians should sign their own contract with Nigeria. And say from this day forward, as the president has done, it is the rule of law. We must do things how it's supposed to be done. That's
Honorable Edet, you are a politician. Do you think it's a clarion call, for a new day, know. I mean, as Nkechi said, this is not about supporting violence, but it's already happening.
Yeah.
And therefore, we have to look at things differently. Do you think that this message is sinking?
I believe that actually there are steps that have been taken. And if, from my own angle as a legislator, if I had to advise in this angle, I believe that the government must come to term to solve the problem, because this is a fundamental thing. It has to do with the root of it. If they can come to solve the problem of these people, and they themselves, they have a place, we must come to strike an agreement, a meeting point, where there must be a compromise. If the people can listen to the government that stop this violence, stop kidnapping, stop killing, then we'll be able to sit down and, you know, have a dialogue on how the steps to be taken.
Well, I beg to differ from Honorable Edet. With all due respect, you cannot tell me to stop something when your word has never been worth the paper that it is not written.
Well, we are talking about a new administration.
Yes, but the fact is, we've heard this time and time again. I have nothing. I think some of the quote-unquote militants are actually armed robbers. But it is, they say, a condition of make crayfish burn when they come up from inside water. When crayfish they inside water, nothing, they do crayfish in the straight. As soon as they take the crayfish out of the water, it burns. So it's the condition it finds itself. It is only action that will make somebody believe you. Right now, nobody trusts anybody. So it is what you do. It's do as I do, not as I say. We don't want to hear again. We want to see. Because in seeing is what convinces people that, okay, this might be a new dawn, as they say, a new dawn with Funmi. So can we see the government actually do things? Can we see for ourselves the evidence that you now have a new contract? And I keep using the word contract, with all due respect to Newt Gingrich, contract with Nigeria. Let us see a contract with Nigeria that puts the people first and not the persons in government first.
And that's not something you speak about. It's something
you do.
A good politician will say, I'm standing for the people.
We don't want to hear
what the politicians have to say.
They would act it.
On the way
Sometimes